I don't even know why I bother anymore. I truly, truly, sincerely don't. Hey guys, your N-Man here, and, wasn't long before we had another frickin' catastrophe happen on the channel. So, morning begins. I go and I make myself something for breakfast, and while I'm doing that, I upload today's episode of Crash Bandicoot. Simple, straight to the point, nothing wrong, nothing to see there, nothing wrong with that. So after the video uploads, I do what I always do. Grab it, grab the file, and I'm about to move it onto my external hard drive so I can save it in case something bad happens. I've had way too many experiences of deleted episodes, whether by YouTube or by anything else, where I just didn't want to I don't take chances, those type of chances anymore. And while I'm there, I move it to the external hard drive, and that same external hard drive is where I keep my raw footage for everything. So I plug it in, and I start to work on editing and finishing up the next project, which was going to be Spyro Ripto's Rage. And then it just didn't work. As I was getting this stuff ready to get made, everything just blacked out and said, nope, we can't recognize this drive. I'm like, oh, okay. So I go through all the troubleshooting and I figure out what's going on with it. I'm like, typical, my laptop's shot, so I'm going to end up needing to consider getting a new one. It ain't the laptop, as I have run every single one of my other flash drives. My writing one, the one that has all the has a couple of extra videos that I can't fit onto my laptop, one that has all the music I use for my videos, one that has all the openings content for my videos, and a backup to the backup for my openings videos, because we've had way too many corruptions on that end as well. It was the external hard drive. So, that means, with the exception of Crash Bandicoot, everything that I have done, with the exception of Crash Bandicoot and I'd say about half of Ripto's Rage, was lost. So, for anybody who's been keeping score or keeping count, that includes the rest of Ripto's Rage, which is now gone and inaccessible. That also includes Pokemon Shield, which is gone. That includes the 25 Games of Christmas, which is gone. That includes South Park: The Stick of Truth, which is gone. That includes Super Mario World 2: Yoshi's Island, which is now gone. It includes Kingdom Hearts: Birth by Sleep, which is now gone. So literally everything that I have recorded, and in some cases, like Kingdom Hearts, re-recorded, is now gone. And I know some of you might be thinking, oh, but I troubleshooted this before. All you have to do is plug it into another laptop. I did. My dad's laptop's here, so I went, I plugged it in, it recognized it immediately, so I'm like, oh, maybe that's not it. It is, because when I went to go look to see all the files that I had, they were gone. All of it. Everything with the exception of Crash Bandicoot that I have recorded. All of those things I just mentioned are gone. And now, I don't have another external hard drive, so videos are going to start coming out even slower than I had previously anticipated. I have half of Ripto's Rage. The problem is, I have no idea where I'm going to end up having to re-record. I'm going to have to re-record the entire project, as well as Kingdom Hearts, as well as Pokemon, as well as Yoshi's Island, which I was actually thinking about doing anyway. But that means there's going to be a lull, unfortunately. Not happy about it. Not happy about it in the slightest. In fact, there's probably not even going to be a 25 Games of Christmas this year. considering how much I now have to get back in order. And now I don't have a choice. Now I have to go into a big project in order to buy me some time. I'm not going back to ancillary projects because I have nothing to go back on. I got rid of all of my all my footage for all my emulators and ROMs and all that. I got rid of that. I don't have any of that anymore. I have openings that I can make, but like I said, I'm running on fumes on that too. I still have the out of context videos, and yeah, aside from that, I'm kind of strapped for content at the moment. I have a grand total of 7 episodes of Crash Bandicoot left, so this time next week, I'm in trouble in terms of content because now I don't have any projects to work on. So, what you're going to see me do is, for the next couple of weeks, any spare time I have is going to go towards pumping out anything. Crash Bandicoot is going to be finished next week. I'm not going to delay uploading more Crash Bandicoot. We're going to wrap that up. Only 7 more episodes left to go for that, but after that, I have nothing. And my laptop is not the best in terms of internal space, so whatever I'm going to do, I'm only going to be able to do 1 recording session at a time, which is awful. Which is absolutely awful. I'm going to be updating the About section on YouTube in a couple of minutes after this video goes up. And it's going to tell you that there's going to be stuff that's going to be going on. We're moving on, and as much as I'd like to keep all of this footage that I have on this black hard drive, I can't anymore. So, after Crash Bandicoot, there's going to be a bit of a lull, so maybe like a week or 2 without content. And then after that, we're going to jump right into Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, which is the next big game. Why now? Why couldn't you have done this when the virus started? Because back then, I had Kirby, I had Yoshi's Story, I even had Kingdom Hearts. In worst case scenario, it would have been like, oh, okay, I still had the footage that I could work with. I don't have the stuff anymore. But, like I said, we're going to move on. Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep is going to be the next project that we start uploading. And then I got to go ham and edit and make projects all over again. Ripto's Rage, Pokemon Shields, Yoshi's Island. So, fortunately, none of them were with Elgato. And Elgato's also been effing up on me lately, so we're going to give Elgato a bit of a break and basically only use Elgato for the old systems like the N64, the GameCube, all the composite systems, and the PlayStation 3. The rest of my projects are going to be recorded using Hauppauge. It's going to be a bit trickier to do because I have figured out how to record commentary at the same time. But, like I said, it's going to take a bit of finagling to do. But I'm confident that we can get there either way. Might have to go back to Audacity, unfortunately. But, what can you do? But yes, Crash Bandicoot will continue to go as scheduled. I'm going to be hamming out a shit ton of openings, hopefully. Even if it's a repeat or a rehash or something. Like I said, I just need to make content for you guys. Otherwise, there's going to be a delay that can take me into mid-October. I don't know, unfortunately. Right now, I just don't know. I will see you guys next time I have an update. Hopefully a more positive one. Until we meet again, sayonara.